Anthropic just released one of the most anticipated features for Claude, as you can right now on your phone continue all the workflows that you were doing on your computer, on your PC, or whatever server it is that you were working on with just a simple click. Right here, for example, I've opened up a Cowork session where I just sent a message on the computer. This is just a test message coming from my laptop. Came through fine, everything is all good. I've also decided to open up my phone in a separate session right here. So this is literally just my phone mirrored to the computer. And I've also decided to open up the Claude app. As you can see, it shows right here, this is just a test message for my laptop. And if I now press the button right here to also send a message back from my phone, you can see it instantly loads up into my computer. And this basically means that if you're now on the road and you just decided to buy a little Mac Mini perhaps that is always just in your home grinding away, instead of the more difficult method of SSHing into it with Tailscale or tools of that sort, you can now literally just use your phone to chat. So for example, if in this chat box right here, I would have been busy with any sort of workflow, like for example, I'm letting it do some sort of analysis on my competitors. And now if you're wondering how exactly you set it up, there is not really any setup. All you have to do is just open up a Cowork session over on your computer, log into the same account over on your phone, and you'll instantly find it. If we want to actually go ahead and open a different chat, which I've quickly done here, I just was like, you know what, let's open a different session still within the same project. And I asked it just one question: do we already have the Firecrawl MCP installed? Just something arbitrary. You can see it answered yes, it's already installed as an MCP connector, but obviously in this previous chat here, I can't find that. So all I'd have to do is just on my phone, press 1 back. I'd be in the list of different Cowork sessions that are connected right now. And this is again the new one. And as you can see, just a couple of seconds later, and I'm in the same chat again. So I could ask it now, let's see. And so now, if I give it a fitting question, like get me a fitting title for my most recent video with a link attached to it, you can see I can actually approve some of the tools that would normally be very difficult to use just on your phone, because I basically have the power of the computer now while on my phone. So if I'm on the go and I really want to get tasks done, where I told you, usually it'd be kind of difficult because you'd have to use some sort of intermediary tools, like Tailscale, which I still kind of use for some reason, just because it's an old habit. Right now, I can just literally approve all these major things from a simple click over on my phone. And this is the recording Claude laptop thing. It's not as optimized as my one is over on the Macs. But still, you can see right now from my phone, it was able to call upon some of the tools that I usually use for some sort of, I guess, video inference, let's call it here. And you can see it was able to come up with some sort of proper titles for the video that I just made about the new AI model with 975 billion weights, or actually parameters to be a bit more exact. If I were to do this on my phone before, it would just say can't open video. I can't look at YouTube links on my own. You got to help me out. So the fact that I'm able to connect this is such a game changer, because it stops your flow from ever being disrupted. It just makes it so that where before, you'd always want to be close to every single one of your devices because you had to make sure you could click something on it. And if you were away, things could kind of get bad, especially if you didn't set up Tailscale before. Right now, your flow is never disrupted again because you can just continue your sessions that, again, can just work over on your computer while on the phone. So literally, I don't have to touch my computer anymore to still get all the capabilities out of my Claude, because I can remotely now control it over on my phone. So again, if you're wondering, what this is all about, the whole idea, the whole core thesis is that you don't have to wait for tasks to finish anymore over on your computer, because you can pick up this session on your phone on the go. Let's just say at 9 a.m. you leave for work, you turn on something over in your Claude, right? You don't actually have to wait for the output to finish, as you could just keep your phone at hand while you're on your work as your computer stays on, because it's right now working in the cloud. And actually a further prediction right there being that I think most of what you need RAM for right now is going to be subdivided, where people who want to run local models, they need a lot of RAM, some good GPUs, but the majority of people will most likely just be working fully in the cloud in the next half a year or so, meaning that you don't really need these proper computers anymore, because right now, if you're using Claude, you're already using a little 4 gigabyte sandbox. Perhaps that one is going to get greater over time. The Linux sandbox is possible. but you're really never, at least thus far, using all the RAM on your device just quite yet, unless I guess you're using a lot of Google Chrome tabs, because that, for some reason, is the biggest RAM taker in the world. Now, I did also want to note upon some very interesting news with regards to Anthropic that just came out. One little more story from the same window, and it's easy to get slightly wrong, so here's the accurate version, is that there's something right now going on between Anthropic and Samsung on silicon. Reports say that Anthropic is in early talks with Samsung to manufacture a custom AI chip, pointing to a 2nm process. This is about the silicon that trains and runs Claude, not a phone or a gadget, but the chips. It's just interesting to see how many headwinds, how many progresses Claude is making right now, Anthropic is making right now, and oh boy, the battle is on. But this, by far, is the biggest feature I've been waiting for. It's actually, funnily enough, almost better than them launching a new model, because this was one of my biggest game breakers, so I'm very happy they announced this feature. But yeah. If you want to get some more updates on exactly how this AI stuff works, or a little bit more as to how you can actually use these AI tools for yourself, make sure you join our free course. It's linked down below. It's the AI Untapped School. I see our community has got a lot more people in it. Right now, we've got 24 people deep, and I've not been too active in managing it just quite yet, but I'm getting there. As I basically stated, if I'm posting a lot and there's literally 0 people who watch it, then what's the point? So right now that there's actually 25 people in there, I'll actually be a lot more active in posting new things and keeping up to date with whatever you guys are saying. So join it. Make sure you check it out. Link is down below. And I'll see you guys again in another AI video somewhere later today.